Hey Project Fam, I am opening the door to another hydroponics update. Have a lot of good updates for you and a lot of sad news with respect to hydroponics. So let's get started and let me show you what I have. All right, let's start with my favorite bunch of what is going on here. I can't even see what this is. What is this called? This is the Habanero? This is it? It went from this little thing to look at all of little flowers. Now, let me tilt this container and make sure that it actually is filled with some nutrients. This is the Reaper that I bought. This is everything else was started from seeds. So this is my Reaper and it's looking okay. It's filled with nutrients and it is big. And the same with this one. This is my chocolate Reaper. Again, started from seeds and it's very bushy. So what I had to do was I actually had to put a tomato cage up here to kind of hold the plant together. This is about 3 feet tall. It's pretty big. And these should soon start showing some Reapers like that one. Very good. All right, next is the jalapeno. Jalapeno is one of the, look at the size of, look at that, that's solid. That's really big. All right, let's see how we're doing as far as plants concerned. Let's see how we're doing as far as actual jalapenos. It's doing okay. It looks pretty healthy. Looks pretty good overall. It's a beautiful height. Looks great. Now I initially had this labeled as Scotch bonnet, and can anybody tell me what's wrong with that? Does this look like Scotch bonnet? No. This looks like some type of a chili pepper. I have to figure out exactly what it is, but I removed the label. Otherwise, I should taste it. I think we should taste it. Should we taste it? I think we should taste it. Let's taste one. Let's see what this thing tastes like. This is not too smart, but let's grab this one. This looks fairly good. Ooh. Ooh boy. All right, let's see what happens. What I'm going to do is I'm going to taste one of the seeds. Oh shoot. Yeah, that seed's hot. Oh my gosh, one seed. I just had one seed. That seed is hot. Okay, maybe not a good idea. Oof. I'll be tasting that one for a while. All right, this is my cayenne thin. Check the container, still has nutrients inside. Looks pretty good. These guys look all right. I had been taking some off here and cutting them up. We added them to salad, to some stir fry. We've been definitely using these. I always look and see if there's anything that doesn't look good, like this one doesn't look too healthy. I'll take this one off and get rid of it. But all in all, it looks pretty good. All right, so I repotted these guys and I put them on top of my bucket because they weren't looking too healthy, yellow leaves. But now they are thriving. Let's take a look inside. Oh boy, okay, looking pretty good. And here's another one. Oh, now I know what this is. This is a habanero. All right, habanero. Looks good. And this one looks like another cayenne thin. Looks pretty good, but if you notice, all of these, oh, there is some yellowing in here, probably because it's not getting any sunlight. Let's remove those. But these guys look really healthy. And today we are going to say bye-bye to our cucumber experiment. Bottom line is, this grew way faster than I thought. Because it has so many vines and so many cucumbers. It actually needed more nutrients than I thought. This can is not even big enough. It needed a larger reservoir, or it really needed me to replenish the fluids a lot sooner. So all of these are coming off. Yeah, this is all done. No more. Say bye-bye. I wouldn't say it was a failed experiment because the container itself works, but growing cucumber on top of a hydroponic chamber container using the crack heat method, I wouldn't do it again. What really works well is tomato and peppers. So this is probably the last we'll see of this, and I'll take this apart in a little bit. This is another one. So if you remember, and I'm glad I left these tags here, this was also a cucumber, and on this side was squash, and it broke. But yeah, we're gonna take this apart today. That's what it looks like. That's the root. So this is done, and again, I'm not a big fan of cucumbers anyway, but wanted to try it and see what a vine would look like growing in the hydroponic container. See, it is still growing, but again with this, you know, you have a couple that are working. But I'm going to tear this all down today and just get rid of all the vines. And it always doesn't have to be a large container. Sometimes it could be just a small container right here. Inside, fluids, and this is like a small shoebox. This also works, so this is also an option.
I don't enjoy the end of the season. We wait pretty much half a year for summertime where we can get out and grow some things in the garden, and you get one chance to experiment and have fun. Then the season's over, everything dies, and it's winter time. So it takes a long time to put together a good outside garden, outdoor garden that is, and it takes a really short time to tear it down. So, everything has its purpose. I love doing my gardening because I learn so much every year. With the hydroponics, I've been working with hydroponics for many years. I've had some really good success with things. For example, this is my jalapeno from last year. This is the reason why I stake my pepper plants on top of my food grade barrels, because they get really big, and if you don't secure them, they will topple over with the smallest wind. And that was a really good experiment. Another really solid experiment was my tomatoes that I grew on top of my food grade barrels. Man, these tomato plants, when they have access to nutrients in the barrel 24/7, they grow like it's no tomorrow. They deliver tomatoes like it's no tomorrow. This bush being an indeterminate tomato plant, which means it'll just continue growing and producing blossoms and producing tomatoes. I had to stop this thing from growing. I couldn't control it. It was growing way too big. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but I cut it down so it wouldn't grow so tall. But this is the reason, and I learned from this experiment, because this tomato plant is the reason why I did not plant any tomatoes in barrels, because it works too well. Like I got everything I needed to get out of it. I know how that works, so let's try some other plants and see how they grow in barrels. And that leads to the experiment with this cucumber and the squash and other projects in hydroponic barrels. You need to learn from your mistakes, and you know what works. And You know, the reason why I have this channel is because when I learn something that works, I pass it on. I share the knowledge. And with that, yes, I conclude another video. I'm going to continue cleaning up this area and getting it ready for next year. But hey, I thank you all for watching. More videos to come. If you're new on the channel, make sure you subscribe. Yes, I waited till the very end to ask you to subscribe.